Welcome to Ask the Lawyer radio podcast with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This podcast features a recording of our most recent radio show aired weekly in New York City. We hope you enjoy the show, which features news, views, and interviews on matters such as immigration, personal injury, bankruptcy, divorce, family law, estate planning, wills and probate, deed transfers, civil rights, criminal defense, workers' compensation, and taxes, both individual and business. You can contact us at 855-768-8845 or visit us at www.askthelawyer.us. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Trump's Executive Order 14,204, titled, Addressing Egregious Actions of the Republic of South Africa. In February 2025, President Donald Trump issued Executive Order 14,204, titled Addressing Egregious Actions of the Republic of South Africa, effectively halting all U.S. financial assistance to South Africa. This decision was primarily driven by concerns over South Africa's land expropriation policies and its legal actions against Israel at the International Court of Justice. Additionally, the influence of South African-born entrepreneur Elon Musk, a close advisor to President Trump, played a notable role in shaping this policy. Executive Order 14,204, Key Provisions. The executive order mandated an immediate cessation of U.S. aid to South Africa, which amounted to approximately $323.4 million in 2024. The order cited South Africa's land expropriation law, which permits the government to seize land without compensation under certain conditions, as a primary concern. The Trump administration characterized this policy as discriminatory against the white minority, particularly Afrikaner farmers. Furthermore, the order outlined plans to offer refugee status and a rapid pathway to U.S. citizenship for these farmers and their families, citing safety concerns. Motivations behind the Executive Order 1. Land expropriation policy. South Africa's land reform aims to address historical injustices by redistributing land to the black majority. However, critics argue that the policy unfairly targets white landowners and undermines property rights. The Trump administration viewed this as a violation of human rights, prompting the suspension of aid. 2. Legal actions against Israel. In December 2023, South Africa filed a case against Israel at the International Court of Justice, accusing it of genocide and crimes against humanity in Gaza. The U.S., a staunch ally of Israel, dismissed these allegations as baseless. South Africa's stance strained its relations with the U.S., contributing to the decision to withdraw aid. Elon Musk's influence. Elon Musk, born in South Africa, has been vocal about his disapproval of the country's policies. He has accused the South African government of implementing racist ownership laws, referencing challenges his company, Starlink, faced in obtaining operational licenses due to black economic empowerment regulations. Musk's criticisms align with the Trump administration's stance, suggesting his influence in shaping U.S. policy towards South Africa. Historical context and allegations of racism. President Trump's executive order has been perceived by some as aligning with narratives that exaggerate the plight of white South Africans. Groups like AfriForum, which have lobbied the U.S. government, portray white farmers as victims of targeted violence, a claim that has been contested. Critics argue that such narratives overlook the broader context of South Africa's efforts to redress historical land dispossession resulting from colonialism and apartheid. Impact on U.S. South Africa relations. The suspension of aid has strained diplomatic relations between the two nations. South African officials have criticized the U.S. decision, asserting that it is based on misinformation and fails to acknowledge the country's historical context. They emphasize that land reforms are conducted within the framework of the law and aim to address past injustices. Elon Musk's business interests in South Africa. Musk's business ventures, particularly Starlink, have encountered regulatory challenges in South Africa. The country's Black economic empowerment laws require foreign-owned companies to have a certain percentage of local ownership to operate. Musk's criticism of these regulations and the land expropriation policy reflects his broader discontent with South Africa's approach to economic transformation. Conclusion: President Trump's executive order to halt aid to South Africa underscores the complexities of international relations, where domestic policies intersect with foreign perceptions and interests. While the U.S. cites concerns over property rights and legal actions against its allies, South Africa maintains that its policies aim to rectify historical injustices. Elon Musk's involvement adds another layer, highlighting how individual business interests can influence geopolitical decisions. As both nations navigate this diplomatic rift, the broader implications for international aid, human rights, and economic policies remain significant.
In America, justice belongs to everyone, but reality often tells a different story. If you've been a victim of police misconduct, workplace discrimination, or civil rights violations, you deserve to be heard. The law offices of Figueroa and Associates, led by Brooklyn's civil rights champion, Brian Figueroa, fights for justice, your justice. From excessive force and wrongful arrests to employment discrimination and constitutional violations, our experienced team stands up for people of all backgrounds, ensuring their rights are protected.
Figueroa here, we believe in equal justice for all. No case is too big or too small when your rights are on the line.
Call Figueroa and Associates at 8557-68845 for a consultation. No legal fees unless we win. Justice starts with a single step. Take yours today. Visit www.askthelawyer.us or visit us at 26 Court Street, Suite 701, Brooklyn. Figueroa and Associates, a voice for those whose rights are ignored.